everybody, welcome to Naughty by Imagination. I'm your host Napoleon, and we're going to be reading some fat fiction. We're going to hop right back into it. It's day 2 of Yu-Gi-Oh! And today's selection is entitled The Maid Costume by D plus J Love 21. That's all, one word. Of course, I'm going to put it in the description so you guys really just don't have to even worry about who wrote it, but you're going to be able to read it yourself just by clicking it. And the description reads, when Yami buys Yugi a maid's outfit for their special games, Yugi makes sure it will be an experience he will never forget. Yu-Gi-Oh! Cross-dressing, I think that's it. Well, I think I'm gonna find this a little bit interesting. Just because myself, I know Yugi and Yami are two different people. But Yami is Yugi's ancestor. So the idea that they're fucking, here come the yawns again. Here come the yawns, guys. Anyway, the idea is that they're fucking is weird to me because it's almost like a twin fucking another twin or a brother, or because they were in the same body because of the Millennium Puzzle. It kind of makes you think you guys are just masturbating. You guys are having mind play, but in the actual world, Yugi's in his bed in a maid costume masturbating while, Yami is in his mind telling him what to do or whatever. So I know they're two different people or two different entities, but the idea that they look the exact fucking same, they do the exact fucking same thing, they sound the same, they are damn near the same person. But whatever, it has nothing to do with fucking. Anyway, so we're gonna get into it. Whatever. Yukimoto hid behind the wall, clutching the fabric lower than his thighs, hiding from the man waiting for him to come out. He was barely realizing what a horrible mistake he had made by oh, I keep skipping I gotta stop doing that. He was barely realizing what a horrible mistake it had been to buy that maid's costume for Halloween, which he also realized was still a month away. It hadn't even taken his boyfriend Yami Senden, I don't know how to fucking say his last name, very long to pick out the costume. Hey, check this one out. Hey, check out this one, he had said. Yeah, see, the idea that that's his boyfriend, quote unquote, it's almost like, hey, look at my boyfriend. But you know how people make Snapchats and shit, and it's look at my boyfriend. It's a stick figure, it's you. But that's kind of how I feel about this whole shipping. Yami and Yugi, they were in the body for so long together, and now they're two. I mean, them being separated. That's what happened at the end of the anime, or the end of the manga or whatever. But they eventually became separated. Fuck. But the idea that they're two separate entities, two separate people. Excuse me, I had to wet my mouth a little bit. But the idea that they are two separate beings on their own and they're fucking. That's just weird to me. But whatever. Very long to pick out the costume. Hey, check out this one, he had said. Yeah, it's a maid's costume. So I think you look adorable in it. Shh, not so loud. I'm not a girl, nor will I wear it. Yami had pouted and then turned away. All right then. I guess you don't want the greatest sexcapade of your life. Of course, Yugi couldn't resist being spoiled, especially where sex was involved. Oh, so he a little thought. Okay. But it all seemed like it was such a bad idea. He was just about to run to his bedroom and strip himself of the revolting thing, when a whistle from Yami shook him back to reality. He was waiting. He was willing to please him, supposedly better than he had ever had, and he assumed that the maid outfit would be taken off anyway. What did he have to lose? Struck with this new confidence, Yugi strutted out and struck a girly, provocative pose. Yami whistled once again. I knew you looked good in it. Yeah, don't get too excited. Yugi looked forward, but Yami was gone. He turned around and found the older male lifting up his shoe. his skirt gingerly, and Yugi pulled the tiny white and red thing down. Damn, was it short. But what made him blush even more was when Yami noticed that the costume did not only include the dress, it had it also had come with a pair of black lace panties. Oh, went all out for me, did you? Are you wearing a bra too? Well, if you must ask, yes I am. Huh? Does that turn you on? Yes I am. Anyway, you turn around. Oh, same thing. In response, Yui lifted the black strap up. Strap? Like dildo or no? I'm just thinking people say strap, like I stay strapped. It's either gun or dildo, or an actual like Velcro, like the seam of your skirt or whatever. But whatever. Um, fuck, I missed myself. Oh, god damn. Oh, here it is. I got it. You lifted the black strap up and let it sting his skin when it was slapping down. Okay, so it is like the waistband of his panties or something. Yami bursted out laughing. See, this is one of the many reasons why I love you. He pulled the young boy into his arms into a kiss, biting his lower biting his lower lip for entrance, which Yugi gave happily. Their tongues melted and molded together, and Yami explored all around Yugi's hot mouth. Eventually, they had come. He had to come up for air, but they immediately started their fun. But just when Yami got a good groan out of Yugi due to rubbing his arousal, the young boy made him stop and got on his knees. I thought that, well, since I'm a maid, I should, you know, do the work. Yami looked down at him in surprise and gave him a kind smile. If you'd like to. Yugi gave a giggle and started unbuckling a thick belt, unbuttoning and pulling down the zipper of his black leather pants. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist myself. His black leather pants before gingerly pulling down his boxers. It was hard to ignore the hesitation to do this, but Yugi had been forced into this dress. He might as well make the best of it. He slowly started jerking the length much bigger than his, and flickered his tongue over the tip. But this only made Yami start panting, and Yugi wanted him yelling out his name. Yeah, that's right. You fucking take charge. That's fucking right. You in the middle of fucking like, oh, you gonna put me in this maid dress? You gonna make me into some more slut? Oh yeah, you gonna suffer. Hell yeah, you take control. I'm sorry, my bad. Kind of got carried away there. Anyway, so he forced himself to forget the embarrassment and took the whole thing in his mouth. At first he started to gag, but managed to ignore it and bobbed his head. He went more faster and sucked on it tight until Yami was bursting his lips, was buckling his hips, yelling out his name, and finally came into the small mouth. But Yugi had never done such a thing, and was getting close to throwing up when Yami quickly bent down and kissed him, sucking out some of his own. Ew. Ew. That's dirty. That's called a snowball. Anyone, if no one knows what a snowball is, it's when the guy or girl sucks the guy's dick and he comes in her mouth and they kiss and they swirl and he swallow it. They both swallow it. It's called a snowball. A peppermint is when okay, well you can figure that out. Anyway, but that's gross. Anyway, where was I? Gag, calm, smile. Oh, here we go. Uh, Sucking out some of his own cum out of the young boy's mouth as they both swallowed. Now it's up to you to have some fun. Yami made him bend down doggy style in the bed, and he pulled his lace panties off with his teeth. Small gesture already made Yugi's heart pound, and he could feel himself growing harder by the second. Yami then started licking around the base of his small member, juggling them with his tongue. Juggling what? His balls? You say his balls. Anyway, Then he looked up higher and went into small. Oh, so it was his balls. Did you say his balls then? Then he looked up higher and went in the small pink hole, causing Yugi to whimper. And he cried out when Yami inserted his tongue in there, so close to begging him to thrust it so hard thrust it he would come. Thrust it so hard he would come. But Yami kept firm, and he pulled out in order to speak. If you want to feel it, then fuck yourself. I'm not thrusting. Okay. He wanted to hear those delicious moans come out, even got down before he even got down to the real stuff. It'd be a real big turn on and crave him so much. Yami, please, I need it. Nope. Remember that could be. Oh, remember that could be your finger. You could do it alone. I just want you to hear. I just want to hear you call my name before I even fuck you. You meanie. Yami put his finger just barely inside. Yeah, Yugi decided he could live. He could live with throwing away his pride for this one moment. He used his hips to thrust those fingers deeper. He called out when it went extra deep, begging for his boyfriend to put one more in, which he did, and then yelling out even more. Yeah, I need you now. He sighed. All right, I'll put it in. He twisted Yugi around. He twisted Yugi around so that his legs were wrapped around his waist. His small member was gliding on his toned stomach. He carefully but quickly went in, the wetness giving him easy entry. Yugi called out once more, but exhaled loudly as he got used to his intrusion he loved so much. The thrust began slowly but firm. Began slowly but firm. Each time Yami tried to find a spot that he would that would make Yugi feel like he was melting. After some harder thrust, he found it. Yugi making it so obvious when he yelled out Yami's name. Found it. The old Okay, fucking. I see you. The older male thought in his head. He angled his thrust exactly the same. Yugi crying out his name each time. He completely went blind in pleasure as Yami started pumping him in time with his thrust, massaging the tip. Yami, I can't. Ah. He finally came onto the older one's chest, and he felt calm deep inside him. They both collapsed on the bed, and Yugi went out like a light. And then it said in the middle of the night. Yugi fluttered his eyes open and found he was surrounded in complete darkness. He tried to move but found himself imprisoned by a sea of arms. He looked up and saw Yami, his arms around the small boy, and he was moaning. He thought he heard a male softly moaning in sleep. He was barely able to make out a few words that his boyfriend said. Mine. He's all mine. Yugi smiled and nuzzled into Yami's toned chest and let out 3 soft whispers before he fell asleep. I love you, Yami. I mean, again, I like the way it was written. I enjoyed the story as a whole. It's just really weird to think of them basically being fucking twins and they're fucking. Like, I don't know. But I enjoyed it for what it was. Whatever. I'm into the dirty, kinky shit, especially when you have my kink in a fan fiction. That's just my thing. But whatever. So I hope you enjoyed that. This has been Naughty by Imagination. I'm your host Napoleon, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.